I'm here live, you cannot deny, at the wonderful Yahshua's temple. I haven't been here ever since I was a child, but still, to see this place still standing and demanding, it makes me smile for a little while. I love this style. Because for the supreme Elohim, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yeshua's knowledge, if you take advantage of it, you won't have to go to college. It's that indescribable feeling, that indescribable healing, that brings me nothing but chilling. It's the way
we are here at the at Yahweh's great temple, Yahshua temple, to bring forth a marvelous lesson that Yah has put into my title. Yah has given man power to control himself, part 1. Right. In this life, Yahweh has given his power to it, the Ruach HaKodesh, to have temperance, self-control over everything there is in life, from food to relationships to your businesses. It's temperance, self-control, moderation. Yeah. You know, we are here on the Yowm part, coming off the marvelous Layil part, Yisrael and the world. Yes, Yah day starts in the evening, so you should want to come shock and holler him from bringing to a marvelous Barak Shavuot. So we're here at Yahshua's temple, bringing from Genesis to Revelation. Thus says Yahweh, and we do let the Bible speak. Praises be to our Abba Yahweh. Let's go to this where Yah wants Israel to come back to this present time. His present time always been here since he had created Bara Adam. But now he's bringing it back through here. People at Yahshua's temple and many temples around the area bring his present truths from Genesis to Revelation, standing boldly at the line of the Yehudim, unafraid what any Adam or Iyshshah have to say. And definitely, if we don't have nothing to say, afraid of Adam is man, meaning man and woman, Zakah. The devil has nothing on us, so praise be to the mighty Yah. It's time to defeat all, he said, utterly destroy all lies of the devil and the flesh, and the devil using the flesh through man. We are destroying all lies. Praise the mighty Yah, bringing Yah's truth. Nothing but Yah's truth. So help us, Yah. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms chapter 134. Psalms chapter 134. Thus says Yahweh, and the Bible has spoken. It is written. He said, what if some don't believe? It don't matter. You receive it, that's good. That's an A+ for you. But if you don't, this world is coming to an end, and you're going to be in one or two places: the kingdom of Yahshua, or the pit that was made for Hasatan and his mouth. Praise the mighty Yah. But you be tormented day and night. There's no way out. So stop believing them fairy tale stories as the Roman Christian doctrine had people believe. It is true. It's the whole book, not half a book, for pro-Israel and for the Roman Christian doctrine belief. Whole book. Let's go to Psalms chapter 134 and let's read verses 1 to 3.
Psalms chapter 134, verse 1. Behold, bless ye Yahweh, all ye servants of Yahweh, which by night stand in the house of Yahweh.
Yeah, here it is. Thus says Yahweh. Behold, Barak ye Yahweh, all you inhabitants of Yahweh, which by Layil stand in the high bayou of Yahweh. The world knows the evening, day starts in the evening, 6 p.m. There's nowhere written where it's sunset to sunset. Nowhere. Nowhere. If you show it to me, I'll start shocking in the sun. That's what you're doing. Praise the mighty Yah. It's evening for him. Yah said the evening and the day was a day. His day started in the evening in creation. So what you don't believe? Praise the mighty Yah. Continue.
Verse 2. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And some popular Roman, where he swears, our Ross McCall said, he swearing both sides of the fence. He keeping the Sabbath and Yom one. But he leaning toward the Roman Christian doctrine. He gonna have nerve to say, this what, yeah, he said, this is what he said. lift up your hand in the sanctuary and rack Yahweh. He gonna have the nerve to say you don't lift up your hand. Hey, that's on him.
Right.
We're gonna lift him up.
That's right.
So we lift Yahshua up so he can get the glory. That's on him.
Right.
So it is written. If you choose to do what you want, if you want to be in the dead temple, that's on you. Continue.
Verse 3, Yahweh that made heaven and earth, bless thee out of Zion.
Hallelujah. Who would want this? Yahweh that made Shemaim and Arab, barak thee out of Zion. From his great throne, he's there, baraking, because you are in obedience from Genesis to Revelation. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 21. Proverbs chapter 21. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 17. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 17, and it reads whenever you have it.
Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich.
Praise the mighty God. This is what it's about. He giving you his power source, which is it, the Ruach HaKodesh, to have control. He that have pleasure shall be a poor Adam. And he that have Yahweh and oil shall not be rich. Because you're gonna be giving up your money to stay bubbly and buying things. That oil in modern time, you're buying things. You're drinking, partying, and you're spending more there, and that's your pleasure. You know, like Rob McCall said, sin is pleasure, but it costs you. Because you stay in it, it's going to cost you an eternal God.
That's right.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Yes.
Let's go to Proverbs chapter 23. Proverbs chapter 23. Let's read verses 1 to 2. Holler Abba Yahweh.
Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 1. When thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. Verse 2. And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite.
Hallelujah. This is, like I said, this is the power, this is temporary self-control. Because, like I said, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be given to appetite. Just want to eat anything you see. You know, y'all has a law about a dietary law. We have to read and check everything. We go to people's crib, they can cook the most smelling, looking good food they have. But we got to ask what it is.
That's right.
You know, we don't know the ingredients. We got to put a knife to our throat. We got to say, oh, no thank you. I have to know what it is. Because it could be something that, you know, most of the world just eat like we used to do. Just take it up, cover it up. But now that we come to know and have our Abba Yahweh, we in obedience to his dietary law. So everywhere we go shop, we have to read every day. You know, praises be to the mighty Yah. He said, resist the temple. You know, have temper, self-control. Like we'd have been in other temples, much as I love pastry, they had them. But the packaging wasn't there, so had to resist.
That's right.
Praise be to the mighty Yah. He had cookouts and all that. You know, job, luncheons and all that. It's not something you can think, you know, the neutral things we can have, we know. The chickens and all that, salad, we can water, we can have that, but we resist the other thing because we can't see the packaging.
Right.
That's temporary. That's what Yah has given you power to self-control.
Yes.
That's it. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 25. Yah wants you to know. He wants you to get it. He wants you to know so you know what you know.
Yeah.
That's it. So when someone else comes and asks something, you know what you know. And if you don't know at that time, you just tell them, hey, don't be like, you know, like feeling ashamed you don't know. Just say, I'll get back with you. Let me go consult with Abba Yahweh or brothers and sisters that can help you, lead you and guide you to that script. Because if it ain't written, you can go ahead with that. I ain't trying to hear.
That's right.
If it ain't written, you go ahead, believe. Don't try to persuade me. I don't try to persuade you. The Bible don't need no persuading. It persuades itself. You don't need no interpreter. It interprets what Yahweh said. Either you believe it or don't. You know, if God's a believer and then somebody show you the script and you want to critique it and all that, critique it, I like to say critique. And your daddy the devil, that's it. That's just the bottom line. The rebel of Yahweh. Any rebel of Yahweh is rebel of mine. I have you, but he said march. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 25, verse 16, and it reads.
Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 16. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited.
Being greedy. There's no self-control. Y'all, we all probably have been there from childhood to the song of dog. Where, like they say, your eyes bigger than your stomach. You just gotta have it. Knowing you're gonna be uncomfortable. I don't like those because I don't like the uncomfortable feeling. And praise Yahweh, I never threw up, but people had done it. So full they got it, vomited up. No self-control. That's what temper is. In all things, manners of life. You must have self-control. And he has given you his power. So, yes, Roman, Christian, doctrine, believing, it's no masculine, it's no he.
No.
It is it. It has never came and talked about it. It is not an Elohim. It's no Trinity. Get that out of your head. Stop believing them lies of the men and influenced by the devil. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Acts. Acts chapter 24. Acts chapter 24. Acts chapter 24. And let's read verses 25 to 26. All praises belong to our Abba Yahweh. There is no other Elohim. The man-made stuff, graven images. He said, don't carve out nothing in wood and stone and bow down to it. But people are doing it, unaware. Why? They don't bring the Musa instruction of the old book that teaches you. When the new, they was walking, when they was walking it out in the new, what they were preferring back to, the old. Praise the mighty Yah. Acts chapter 20. Yah, the devil had okey-doked us for thousands of years, so the brainwashed. We brainwashed too. We got that. We had been brainwashed from that old stinking thinking and got YAHH and rooted in his seed and let it rooted up the real true image the bars from Genesis to Revelation. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Acts chapter 21. We don't, your Adam in any religion, yes. The Iyshshah, the YAHH, yeah, they can YAHH, they can teach. What you have not read. Like he said, you're blinded, your ears are blinded, your eyes are blinded, your ears are stopped up. Because you don't believe, so y'all put this on you. A spirit of slumber. That's it. So you don't want to believe. You can't see it. You stay that way, fool. I can call you that. Because Yah calls us foolish things, childlike. Hallelujah. You don't believe, that's on you. But hopefully you'll repent for like raw before you move. You don't want to move in these hot eyes. And then like they always say, that Roman Christian doctrine teaches, you be on your deathbed, as we know, you may not be able to talk. How you going to confess it then?
Amen.
And then beside that, he said, come to him while you're in your youth. Meaning, whatever age you are, while you have some right mind and strength, come with it. And he, whatever illness you got, he's the master physician. He'll cure you. That's it. Praise the mighty Yah. Acts chapter 24. Let's read verses 25 to 26.
Acts chapter 24 and verse 25. And as he reasoned of righteousness, temperance, and judgment to come, Felix trembled and answered, go thy way for this time. When I have a convenient season, I will call for thee. Verse 26. He hoped also that money should have been given him of Shaul, that he might lose him. Wherefore he sent for him the oftener, and commune with him.
Yes, praise the mighty, like he said. That's they said, Sadaka and temperance. That's what it is, self-control.
Right.
That's what temperance is, self-control of all things in life. He gives you the Michelle to do it. You gotta let it, the Ruach God, rule over the flesh. That's it. Praise the mighty. You tell that flesh to get back, Jack. God wants me to have his best.
Hallelujah.
That's and is the best? Is he's the barns from Genesis to Revelation. He said about this that he blesses your hand to get his wealth. That's what it's about. And the Roman Christian doctrine, prosperity ain't just money. Like you say, Yahshua said out of the mouth, as the world know him as Jesus, he said, come get you kind and that you may prosper. Prosper into eternity kind, that's what it is. Can give you more life abundantly that you may prosper. That he says first seek the Melkufa, Abba Yahweh, and all these other things will be sent to you. He didn't say, as Roy McGraw said, send in 5,000, I'm gonna give you 50. Show me where it's written. I like that. He said, first seek ye the kingdom. And to get all these promises, you must go to a script that and y'all say prove them.
Yes.
And remind them. This is the bar. We want to see all you paying attention. That's all. Holler Yahweh. You got to open up and read for yourself. Then you're taking that man and woman's word. That's how you get correct when the Ruach for the fire. To say, do whatever Yahweh said, as they did throughout this book back in their time. It is ours now. I am for my Abba's will. His will has become ours. Praise the mighty Yah. 1 Corinthians. Fire, baby, nothing but the Ruach.
That's right.
That's what Yahshua come to give. It's a free gift that you got to accept.
Yes.
1 Corinthians 9, chapter 9, verse 25, and it reads.
1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mystery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yes, that's what it is. And every other that strives for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown. That's what they do. They got their glory now.
Yes.
We got it too. Because Yahshua came, took it back from them and put it back on. We have his kabod. We are his ambassadors representing wherever we go. Wherever we walk on their streets, house, work, anywhere. It should be shalom. Your presence, which is Yah's kabod, his ruach, commands it. You don't have to say a word. It is done. Praise the mighty Yah. Temperate, that's what it's saying. In all things you must be temperate. Have temperance. Praise the mighty Yah. As y'all say, a man that rules his Gibeah, he had his ruach, he can rule his Gibeah, his body. You don't let this flesh rule you.
No.
As Shalom would say, you tell that flesh, you make that flesh. You don't go on feelings. That's Hasatan's way of getting feelings, emotion. Yah has a boot camp. He ain't got no punks. Building up future warriors and leaders for the present time now. Stand and bring forth where you religious carnality thinking brothers. Yeah, I can call you. I'm a man. You chumps. Yeah, we need all the help we can with our Iyshshahs and our car. From the beginning, where did y'all get with your car from? His side, meaning she right there, side by side. She ain't in the back. He ain't, and then what he said? He said, let them have dominion and subdue. And when a woman ain't exerting her authority, y'all gave it to a punk. If you ain't doing it, somebody got to do it. Like Moshe, he wasn't finna circumcise the Zakah. His Iyshshah knew y'all finna do some killing. Let me step in. That's what throughout the book, read, fools. Start believing what a Adam, now he ain't got Shemayim or the lake of fire for you. Fools. Just worrying about what another man said. I got Nephilim in my Gibeah. I'm standing for thus says Yahweh. And let the Bible speak through me.
Hallelujah.
That's it.
Yes.
Yah means what he says through me and says what he means through me. Praise the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
Galatians chapter 5. Oh, it ain't none of us punk. It ain't none of us standing up. It ain't none. We ain't nothing but a piece of dirt, a filthy rat. But what an honor and privilege to be corral for a time like this.
Yes.
My brothers and sisters, they came before me, cabal into them. They were, like I always say, they were my bumpers. They took a lot from these old foolish men. You understand? The Ibryi, Iysh and Iyshshah, Shareth, brothers and sisters in unity. Akkad as Yahshua, our Yahweh is to do this marvelous work.
Yep.
Now, the bumpers, you know, that my main two mentors, now they sleeping on the resurrection. The bumpers is out. It's all game on that devil. Go all out. He said, ultimately destroy him.
Hallelujah.
The house of time, bow down.
Yes.
And do and the flesh through man, bow down. I'm going to tear you down with Yah's truth. That's it. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Galatians chapter, it is time. The devil ain't playing. Yah is saying. It's about saving souls, y'all. It ain't about being smarter and elegant speaking. That's good if it's the edification of the congregation and people.
Right.
But for your own stinky thinking, who cares, dude? Galatians, you get knocked down with y'all simple, plain, truth word. Can't stand against y'all. All you dang said. Galatians chapter 5.
Yes.
Galatians chapter 5. Let's read verse 21. Holla, Abba Yahweh.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 21. Envies, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Elohim.
Y'all hear that? Oh, he got to come out here. This is what he said. This is something you do. Like he gave you that ruach for the cloven tongue, for you to tame that tongue. And then renew that mind every second, every minute, and every hour. All day. This is what he said you do. You should do this mind until he come. And y'all think y'all can curse and do everything, then you're going to get in the kingdom? No, he just read it. For you pro-Israel, to say the new is done away, why you go there then? Why bother? Why do you pray? If you say it ain't nothing, why go there? Huh? But you go, you see the old stellar of is coming. So you have not the Father, you have not the Son. God had high seat on you, better repent. That's just it. And then here it is in the New Testament. You call yourself so-called New Testament believer. What y'all don't believe? Why you don't believe? Because you don't read. That pastor give you one or two scripts. Then he or she give a testimony about themselves. Yeah, they prosperous. You giving tithes and offerings. No, he said you can pay those, that they pay if you have a congregation that's blessed to do that. But hey, we are this work we doing for y'all. Y'all, yeah, you Roman Christian, now it's work. Y'all talking about you don't do no work. You do nothing, you get nothing. Everything that y'all did was spoken, that's work. When you talk, it's work. You do nothing, you get nothing. So hey, we ain't working for it, but there's work. We ain't working for our Yahshua ourselves, but there's work to be done. And we gonna do it. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
That he called into his vineyard to be a workman.
Amen.
So many are called, few are chosen. We are so glad to be that remnant of spiritual Israel. You all, physical Israel, what you have not read. Oh, I forgot some of y'all don't like to know. Where Yahshua, as the world knows Jesus, he said, flesh and dam shall not inherit the Malkut. You must become spiritual. Like I used to think about that other ethnic group, they 101 convert to Jewish, thing. I didn't know no better, but now I know. No, that Jewish is a religion. You must be converted, become spiritual Israel, a world. That's it. Our ancestors had it, but they just dropped it. Did a miserable job. Well, on that Galatians, continue to read chapter 22 to 23.
In verse 22. Galatians chapter 5 and verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Verse 23. Meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
Hallelujah. This is what you got to have when you get into the Melchizedek.
Yeah.
And your Roman Christian doctrine, yeah, there is no law for keeping the law. So the law is made for people hata'ah, so it can be brought to what you need to do, what to do and what not to do.
Right.
And for you Roman Christians, the doctrine, but then say it's done away. What chapter? I know y'all gonna read, because it's in there. The one y'all know, as just the world know, as Jesus Yahshua said, I have not come to do away with the Torah, but to fulfill it. He said that this age shall pass away, but one now, not one the bomb shall pass away until it is fulfilled. And it's not it. You can't do it. It's still some fulfillment. As Roman would say, if the Torah is done away with, there's no hata'ah. That means I'm wasting my time up here bringing these the bombs of Yahweh. I can go out there and back into the world and kick it and still make it into the kingdom. Don't believe that lie, house of time. Praise the mighty God.
Not so.
Titus chapter 2. Titus chapter 2. Titus chapter 2. Titus chapter 2 and verse 2 to 3, and it reads.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 2. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. Verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
Ooh, this is deep. Check this one out, y'all. The age Iyshshah, likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming Kadesh, not false accuser, not given to much Yain, Yahweh of told things. So what you don't get, he letting you know they teaching. And yeah, some of you Roman Christian doctrine teaches a man, yeah, and some of these other religions like Muslim saying you can't drink. What did he just say? Not much Yain. And what some of you Roman Christian doctors don't believe. The one y'all know as Yahshua. What was his first miracle? Tell me. He turned the Miami to Yain. He said it's temperance. He drank. He drank. And he said, as he was ready to depart, he said, I will drink no more from this wine until we are in his kingdom. He's going to have a table, a feast. You know, if you kept these Kadesh holy days, you will see what a wonderful feast. We have weekly and yearly. That's the spread. If you read the old, you would see how wealthy Israel was and how big of a feast they had. That's nothing. That's awesome. What you read that old, you be like, whoa. It's nothing compared to what Yahshua gonna do. We're gonna spread that table. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna, you know, and well, y'all, did you know he was black? So you know we're gonna have some chicken, hot sauce, grain, you know, all the hot water, cornbread, sipping on yain. Jamming the mirror like the box jacked up. Good time forever. But we're gonna be working, see, still. We're gonna go to repair what the devil has torn when he came down. All those planets where these scientists discovered another big hole. Y'all just say, how you like me now? Oh, you thought you figured this one out. Oh, that's it. It's eternal. Holla Yahweh. You want to be from a Big Bang Theory or a monkey or something that crawled out of the sea, that's on you. I know who God means. You know, that's it. Holla Yahweh. So y'all, there it is, man. Iyshshah, he called he got robbed. They was got robbers. They teachers. Your first teacher was your mama. How you gonna turn around and diss a
That's
woman?
right.
Come on, huh? That's the bottom line. The women are the nourishment of the whole era. You know, they just naturally, God just naturally put it in. That's it. Praise Him.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Second Peter. Second Peter, chapter 1. Second Peter, chapter 1. Second Peter, chapter 1. Let's read verses 6 to 7. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah. 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 6. And to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness. Verse 7. And to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity.
Yes, this is what you gotta have. And to gotta have temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience kadesh, and to kadesh art kindness, and to art kindness charity. Nothing but y'all have. That's what's wrong with the world. It's lost that they don't even know, and some have forgotten. They first had Yahweh. That's it. That's what's wrong with the world. What the world needs now is Yah, sweet love. It's the only thing that we're lacking of.
Amen.
Now that's the bottom now. You know, like there are scenarios where people put we this, and our Rod Shalom and I say, hey, don't put me in, I ain't doing it. And our Rod Micaiah say, if there's one person that's doing something, they say everybody do it. There's one person doing, that means everybody's not doing it. But this is one thing that I know for sure. We all need Yahshua. Hallelujah.
Yes.
That's one thing I can say. We all need Yahshua. The whole world. He wants His goodness to come to us. He wants you to have His best life now. He wants you to look your best, smell your best, eat the best. So you can tell the world who blessed you the best. That's it. And some of you brothers like to debate and all. We live in our blessed life. We ain't got no time to go back and forth with you. It's work to be done. Right. Praise the mighty Yah. It's about saving soul, never. That's it.
Let's do this.
God say, wish the known should perish. We have the light in mind of Him. We wish the known should perish. We have all. We hate how sin, but we love the person. Hallelujah, because hey, if He can do it, a 30, 50 ratchet man like me, there's hope for the whole world. Yahweh. Praise the mighty. Let's go to Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 10. Leviticus chapter 10. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 10. Let's read verses 8 to 10. Holla, Yahweh.
Okay, Leviticus chapter 10 and verse 8. And Yahweh spake unto Aharon, saying, verse 9, do not drink wine nor strong drink, thou nor thy sons with thee, when ye go into the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. Verse 10, and that ye may put difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean.
Hallelujah. See, this was temperance for them, black folks, for not, that strength not to drink, because that's what temperance is. And then temperance is obedience, so they knew. And then, but he warned them too. He gave them YAHH. You drink, you're going to die. You come up in front of me with the bubbles on. And then this is 10. And then you put a difference between Kadesh and Bela El Yah, and between unclean and unclean. That's what we are here, set apart to show the world what's Kadesh and what's Bela El Yah. That's it. That's it. Praise the mighty Yah. So we represent wherever we are. In the barns and deeds, wherever we are. We are not just hearers of the barn, we are doers. Because you get nothing from hearing it, but you do. Wow, what a blessing. Y'all is accepting application world day and night. And the benefits are eternal. Can't beat that. Let's go to Numbers. You looking for a, as the armed forces say, he's looking for a true good man. He chooses his true good man. And man means women, man. He said mankind, right?
Right.
So that's that. When I say man, that's both female and male.
That's
and
right.
he barah. And gave them dominion. Subdue till Yahshua come back. And that's what we doing. We putting y'all's glory back in his air. As he always gave them the command. Go, be fruitful, multiply, and replenish this era. When in our turn, go, be fruitful, and bring my beautiful debarms back to this present time, for it can be multiplied throughout the era. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Numbers chapter 6. Numbers chapter 6. He just wants us to get it, people, so he has to be redundant because, Yisrael, naturally, black folks, we stiff-necked, hard-headed. You got to crack the armor, got to take it back and crack them in the head for them to get it. And so the world is so followed after Yisrael, stiff-necked, so selfish today. That way he said the world on wax cold and go look around. So selfish.
Yeah.
It's me.
True.
Nothing but from the devil. Puffed up God's self. He up in Shemayim. He gonna promise them brother, yeah, that's right. He's black too. Because he's an angel. They are black. We got proof in this book. That's why you gotta read the whole. He up there hollering at the brother, hey look, you sure they're trying to keep something from us, man. We ain't having that. Talk. You know how, that's how you know he's black, because we can talk y'all there. Your last dime in your pocket. And he convinced these fools, yeah man, what he got? He shortness on the YAHH, man, in the food. And they went and followed his food. He ain't had nowhere to take. That's how dumb the man is. Like I said, knowledge has increased. Man has gotten dumber and dumber. And dumb down, even dumber. With that knowledge. Why they so dumb? They don't know Yah. That makes them dumb as you can, a bag of rocks. Numbers chapter 6. Numbers chapter 6 and verse 3, and he reads.
Numbers chapter 6 and verse 3. He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dry.
Hallelujah. This was Shimon, Samson was taking it. Now he was this the Lord of Nazarite. And then in here it all say Nazarite can be a woman, y'all. So that means she's Yahweh and teaching. Yeah, I like to bring Deborah in there, she was the judge, she was Shabbat. So she was like, and then she had her own tree named after Deborah. So she's black, she was a sister. She was on her tree, they was fanning her, she had to get her nails and toes done, sipping on her pomegranate, said, what have these silly boys done now? And they was coming to Shabbat with her rollers in her hair and all that, boy. That's Israel. Cold chili, boy. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 29. Deuteronomy chapter 29. Let's read verses. Deuteronomy chapter 29. Let's read verses 6 to 7. And it reads, hallelujah.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 verse 6. Ye have not eaten bread, neither have ye drunk wine or strong drink, that ye might know that I am Yahweh your Elohim. Verse 7. And when ye came unto this place, Sihon the king of Heshbon and Og the king of Bashan came out against us unto battle, and we smote them.
Hallelujah. See, them being obedience to what he sabbath them, and they had that, you know, the power to control themselves. We don't have the battle not ours, it's Yah. They just stood on his bar and then he done it. That's what we are today. We ain't got to go back and forth with our dime. You know, we just stand because we wrestle not with flesh and them. There ain't nothing to Yahweh's Ruach that sent up. It's the principality of the devil. And you know, and people in higher places, the government, like Obama, I was gonna hit him up. I was gonna go one more time. I told Rob McCall until he was like saying, you know, years went until he was talking about same-sex marriage. So I'm like, oh, I'm an evidence of Yahweh. Yep. So he going against what's written. He ain't getting my vote. So that's the only time he's saying is the government. They got that. You render to Caesar what's to Caesar and what's Yah's to Yah. Yes, sir. You must stand. There come a time that you're going to be tried to stand. Read this book. And that's what it's for, chucking you up. Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Let's go to Judges. Judges chapter 13. Judges chapter 13. That's why he give you scripts for you, you know, get in your mind and write down. Then when you take them home, read and let the Ruach meditate. Like these young ones, you know, hey, they got the same, that's wrong, they got the same book we got. Yes. But they just interpret it different. Same word and all that. Get them scripts. That's why, you know, they go sit in the church out thinking they sure saved. You know, like I saw this guy, like, yeah, pro-Israel. I listened to all the Roman Christian people because it's Yah's word. It was one I kept turning away every Sabbath of the month, and then Yah had me to stop and listen to this boy. He was talking good. Like he said the devil and the demons tremble. They believe faith ain't just gonna get it. You gotta have more than faith. You gotta walk and live these demands. Yes. That's it. You gotta put into practice and live it. Yeah, just because you believe. He said, what if son? You believe, you just believe. That's the beginning of your walk. You gotta believe and receive and then go further. But yes, pro-Israel, just because you came to know that who you are, you know, as physical, come on, leave that kindergarten thought alone, you carnality. These are God's bound. Yes, because they saying Lord Jesus and all that. Hey, they don't know. That's what they've been taught. Yes. You were saying it one time.
Amen. That's right.
He said, don't think higher than you ought to think of yourself. Right. Stay a nod. Right. You know, he called them all out all. Go eat all that. Yes, pro-Israel. Ain't Israel just going to be in the kingdom? That's right. Have you not read throughout the old book, y'all? The Torah, believe it God, as I was quick by the Ruach. The Torah is the whole book. Yes, it is. Whole book. Where you not read throughout the old way, it says strange is this, eating this. Come on now. It's about love. You don't got to get that out now. You gonna be the least in the kingdom. Least in the kingdom, meaning you ain't gonna be there. Praise the mighty Yah. Judges chapter 13. Judges chapter 13, let's read verses 4 to 7.
Judges chapter 13, verse 4. Now, therefore, beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. Verse 5. For lo, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto Elohim from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Yisrael out of the hand of the Philistines. Verse 6. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, a man of Elohim came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of Elohim, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name. Verse 7. But he said unto me, behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to Elohim from the womb to the day of his death.
Praise the mighty God. This sister had to have temper and self-control to do this. You know, she could have went on and just, I can have a little something that time. She was in total obedience, and that's what we had at Zakah. Child of our Yahweh, you must be in total obedience. You must surrender your whole pain and lay to him, and just give it all to him. To sit at his feet, as Yah control, compare the physical to the spiritual. Like your mama and daddy here in the physical, you believed everything they had said to you. Now we have been submerged and come up. We are a child of Abba Yahweh, obedience to his word from Genesis to Revelation. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Proverbs chapter 23. Proverbs chapter 23, and let's read verses 31 to 32. Proverbs 23, 31 to 32, and it ends.
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 31. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. Verse 32. At the last it biteth like a serpent and stingeth like an adder.
Yeah, that's when you're drinking and then had no self-control.
Right.
Then you're over there tipsy and all that, and the next day it's biting like a snake. Yeah, oh God help me. All that, oh do it again.
Hallelujah.
Get you know, get sobered up. Let's party, y'all. That's it. Praise the mighty Yah.
Thank you.
Let's go to Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs chapter 31. Let's read verses 4 to 7. Hallelujah.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 4. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. Verse 5. Lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts.
Hallelujah. See, like say, son, talking about leadership and all that. They shouldn't be getting all tore up, bubbly. Then they become food. The devil gonna come in and play with that flesh and have them do foolish things and mistreat the people. That's all it be. Holler Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 35. Jeremiah chapter 35, and let's read verses 4 to 6.
Jeremiah chapter 35 and verse 4. And I brought them into the house of Yahweh, into the chamber of the sons of Hanan, the son of Igdaliah, a man of Elohim, which was by the chamber of the princes, which was above the chamber of Manasseh, the son of Shalom, the keeper of the door. Verse 5. And I set before the sons of the house of the Rechabites pots full of wine and cups, and I said unto them, drink ye wine. Verse 6. But they said, we would drink no wine, for Jonadab, the son of Rechab, our father, commanded us, saying, ye shall drink no wine, neither ye nor your sons forever.
Praise the mighty Yah. And Isaiah 5, he said, I set before the Habans of the Habab Rechabites pots of Yain and cup, and I am unto them, drink ye Yain. You said that in front of most Israel, even though they been survived to not to do it, they finna taste. See, that's temperance and the power source that Yah gave us to have self-control. And that was obedience to their Abba. They earthly Abba, because they earthly Abba was obedience to our heavenly Abba, Yahweh. And they was taught, and they was in total obedience. That's temperance. That's self-control. From it, the Ruach HaKodesh, the power source of Abba Yahweh. He gave us all control. Like Yahshua said, there's no temptation that can overcome a man, because he came and did it all. He said, where you are tempted, there's a way to escape. You have a way out. You flee from it. You fleeing, you got to resist it right there. Put a stronghold on it. You know, choke that flesh and the devil. Get back, Jack. Yah wants me to have his best. I ain't finna give it back to you. My big brother Yahshua came and took it from you upon himself. Gave it back to me. One think I'm gonna give it up for a simple pleasure or disobedience? No. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Daniel chapter 1. Daniel chapter 1. Daniel chapter 1. And let's read verse 8. Holla, Abba, Yahweh.
Daniel chapter 1 and verse 8. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
Hallelujah. This is ultimate self-control right here. Where he say he wouldn't defile himself with the portion of the Malak's meat. I was a brother confessing to be a Muslim. Then one day we was on our way to work, and I had opportunity to talk to him. Then he was talking, and then he was saying, well, if there's nothing else to eat, I eat some pork. I'm like, whoa, you ain't no practicing Muslim then, because they so talking about the swine, you know, the pork. They ain't do nothing but stole the script from Yah dietary law. All religion has stolen. They didn't ask Yah. Now the influence of the puppet master, the devil, influence man, go steal something and pervert it. That's what he does, Yah. That's all devil is about, perversion. That's it. He can't create by raw nothing. He can only try to imitate. You know, and that's what he steals, the best looking people, the most elegant people, the smart people, to have, why? To deceive the world that Iyshshah doing this without the master Yahshua. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's skip down, let's go to Daniel chapter 10. We can do nothing of ourselves. And like that Roman Christian doctrine, as they interpreted and wrote it, I can do all things through Yahshua. How you gonna go through the Bara people? Let's rewrite that. We can do all things by Yahshua through us.
Yeah.
Ain't no way we can go through him.
Right.
That's that Roman Christian doctrine, that old trickery of the devil. Daniel chapter 10. How you gonna go through somebody that created you? Praise the mighty God. Daniel chapter 10, verses 2 to 5, and it reads.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 2. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. Verse 3. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till the 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. Verse 4. And in the 24th day of the first month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddkel. Verse 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
Hallelujah. And then if we read, go ahead and read 6.
Verse 6. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
There it is, world. We were just talking about that. That's an angel.
Yep.
He's black. He's black. Look up some of these things there. Burl. They just got it in different form. Burl. They said the appearance of light. His eyes as lamps of fire. and his arms and his feet light in color to polish bread. Huh? You know? He's black. They all black.
That's brass, right?
They all black. There it is. Ain't no fat white babies. Ain't no man with some white man, long hair, some wings on him. A nugget. A golden nugget. A very YAHH golden nugget. A YAHH buster. Holla Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Praise him. Oh, Yah is told. The bombs are so good. Each and every yawn you wake up, he wake you up to this marvelous sky, you should fall more and more in hand with him. Holla Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
And stop thinking there was anything or anything out here or any all done say everything. You know what you just read. That's where our boldness, our confidence comes from. Holla Yahweh. Thus says Yahweh. And the Bible has spoken to us. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11. We believe in every Devama, I would say. Like our big brother Yahshua came, the one y'all know, and Jesus came and said, you know, man must live by every Devama that is come out of his mouth. Because I was sent. That's just it. Matthew chapter 11, let's read verses 18 and 19.
Matthew chapter 11 and verse 18. For Yachanan came neither eating nor drinking, and they said he had the devil. Verse 19. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they said, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Like Messenger Daniel David said, like he said, Kokma is the mother. See, he even said it there. He said, Kokma is Sadiq of her band. You know, y'all likens it to his beautiful baths. Iyshshah, letting you know. They as smart as you, something smarter than a lot of these dumb brothers. That be that. But like I said, Yachanan, he had that ruach. He had control. But see, he had self-control. They said, for Yachanan came neither eating nor drinking, that Amar and that Amar, he have a demon. And the Adon came eating and drinking, and they Amar, Adon, gluttonous, a wine bibber, a ray of publicans, and Hata'ahs. But Koma is big.
I'm here live, you cannot deny, at the wonderful Yahshua's temple. I haven't been here ever since I was a child, but still, to see this place still standing at the minute, it makes me smile for a little while. I love this style. Because for the supreme Elohim, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yeshua's knowledge, if you take advantage of it, you won't have to go to college. It's that indescribable feeling, that indescribable healing, that brings me nothing but chilling. It's the way I get it.